Welcome back. So we've made it to part 3 of my bone crunching, well, Jack specific, bone crunching action figures. Now we're gonna do my favorites, the rare stuff that I have. Also, we are gonna do signature series, not very large, and slammers. I'm gonna show you the differences. So we're gonna try to do this in more of a timely fashion than we did the first two. I finally feel like I'm maybe getting the hang of this. So let's do this. I guess, I mean, you can see all the bone crunchers on the wall behind. So I feel like we don't have to really go over that stuff. Let's focus on the figures for today, and I'm going to show you what I got. So we'll start out with the Sunny. Now these women's figures, they all basically need to be on stands. They just don't set them up right. They're very strange. But yeah, these are part of like the ringside. They come in like a lot of 2-packs. So you have Sunny in the black and white. I believe there's a version in pink. So then we have, I believe you guys seen this one the other day, but we have Sable. I believe this is probably her stomped figure with Sable Bomb up the pant leg. She's on a cane figure stand. So you didn't see the oh, it's not going to want to stay. You didn't see this Sable yesterday, but it is on a Flair Titantron. I believe it was like a SummerSlam or no, Royal Rumble. Oh wow. Oops. So a different kind of stand. Just kind of holds at the hips. Doesn't hold at the foot. But I do dig that it says WWF, and works pretty good for the Sable figure when I don't lean it too far forward. So we have the females. Slide them up out of the way. Actually, we won't even get all that. Probably won't go any further than that. Sorry. Try to bring some more light in there. Okay, let's do this. Last of the females would be Deborah. This came with a Jeff Jarrett. So it's Deborah in the green, blue kinda, the aqua suit with skirt. So these skirts rip. I've found a bunch of these, but the skirt is completely shredded on both sides. So really tough to. I think it's the same thing actually goes for the Sunny too. I think often those are usually broke. Luckily for me, first Sunny I came across was one with a good skirt. But let's do this. My favorite bone crunchers and the rare stuff. So we'll start out with these guys. One of my favorite things about bone crunchers is that you got a ton of tag team stuff. In the Hasbro line, you didn't get a bunch of tag teams, but now you're getting them. So you have Thrash and Mosher, or Mosh and Thrasher, So you seen yesterday this without the skirt on to, actually, no, it was this one, because he's got black and white tights up underneath it. They even went to the extent to detail, the tights on these things, which is pretty wild. They ain't doing that nowadays. But also, I want to say, like we discussed yesterday, one of the hardest things in the world is to try and pose bone crunchers. They're just about impossible most of the time. So we're going to put the headbangers right back here against the wall. First tag team. Next, oh shoot, stomp that ring out. Oh, there's some new Titantrons. I have a whole series 14 of the Superstars from Mattel coming. I have some Mattel unboxings. Yeah, a Monday Night Raw Ringmaster. Just I'm so far behind, so the videos are going to be coming out way more regular. So if you want to see this stuff, subscribe, guys. So we'll do tag teams first. Let's do these guys. These guys, so sick. The new Black Jakks. Bradshaw and Wyndham. So the crazy part is that you just got Justin Hawk Bradshaw for the first time. And then you get a different version. Let me show you. I think some people think these are the same figure. They are not the same figure. There are some differences. So if you notice, this one over here has a buckle. This one, no buckle. This one has a little gem or whatever on the vest. This one, nothing. So this is Wyndham, this is Bradshaw. You can even tell. I think the way I noticed was Bradshaw would wear his buckle on the back, where Wyndham doesn't. So maybe that'll help somebody out there that's just getting into bone crunchers. Sometimes with some of these tag teams, they're just so similar that it's hard to tell who's who. You end up buying two of the same, like I did with the Godwins. So the rest of them I'll pose out in front, but we have to kind of use up some of this stage. And the Titantron stage is at a lean. A pretty good lean. Hey. Alright. So we're doing tag teams. We got to keep going. So I had my three favorite tag teams during the late 90s. Well, three of my favorite. I don't know if they were my favorite, but we'll discuss. Now you got from the Too Tough series, the Godwins, Henry and Phineas. How you doing, Fong? So these guys, I showed you yesterday. I have a version of in the like rebel flag kind of outfit of them. I actually only have one of the two because I thought that they were the same, and I didn't have, like, you know, I'll find these. The biggest thing about my channel here, we don't use mail order or the internet to find anything. We find it all in person. So like I'd find some of these, and then later on I'd find something different, and I don't have the figure in my hand to be like, is this the same one? And I would just buy it. So then I end up with a bunch of stupid doubles that I don't want, but it is what it is. So here's a very unexpected tag team that you may or may not remember. We have Mankind. This, everyone was so stoked on when it came out. Such a good figure. Looks just like him. All the rigidness and roughness to the outfit is perfect. It's even got like the hair on the arms. It's such a good figure. Plus, a lot of these figures won't set like that, but they made sure that the Mankind could. So, here's a tag team I remember and I enjoyed. Vader and Mankind. So, this is they've made a bunch of different colored Vaders. This is the one you want. Black and red Vader. got quite the surprise on his face. But next will be doing tag teams. You got Jeff Jarrett. Now, I'm going to show you later. This is basically Gaiden, how are you? This is basically the Owen Hart figure. Did I already put the Owen Hart figure up? Oh, okay, no, it's right here. So this is basically the Owen Hart figure. Because I showed you the other Jeff Jarrett, the pink one where he's strutting and he's got the crazy outfit. So, I guess we could even put him over here with Deborah. And you would want, at that time, you're going to put him with long-haired. You good? Awesome. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Jakks, this is like a collection I've been working on for about a little over 2.5 years now. So, and we're just talking about the Bone Cruncher Jakks. Why do they call it Bone Crunchers? Because the legs and arms, when you move them, make a bone crunching noise. So, I'm going to show you something that they came out with a new series. They make a total different action. They're way... They made them better right at the very end before they quit. So it's pretty wild. But this is the Owen, the 2-time Slammy winner Owen. It's got the Slammies on him. Yeah, it's just such a good figure. Such a good figure. I was so hyped to have it. I was a big Owen mark. So yeah, stoked to have that. So we just did Owen. We do Owen again. Here's an interesting one. So this is that Jeff Jarrett that we just seen, except for with all blonde, no brown. And this one is, I mean, it's the exact. It's got the 2 thumbs up. It is 100% just the same figure. And they were a tag team at the time, so when you put it together, it was just like, it was too much. It was too like, oh, come on, give me a break. This is no effort. And, but at the time, I would be so stoked on Jakks, I probably wouldn't have cared. So I had not very many of these. I wanted them, just didn't have the money to get them. I wanted them so bad, but couldn't afford them as a kid. And then you get older, and you're able to, and it's like, why not? It's a harmless hobby to get into, so I got into it. Oh, thanks, Cud. Alright, so we just did the Owen with the tag team title. So when Owen was holding them titles, he was with Jeff, and he was also with this Bulldog. So I remember you saying, you know, I said yesterday that this was going to be a special Bulldog today. And it's the exact same one, right? It's the gold with the red and blue. But here's what makes it rare. This. So, on a they came out with a 4-pack set of the Hart Foundation, and they all had vests. And Brett, for some reason, all of them, their vest would say Hart Foundation. But the Brett would randomly come out with one that said Hitman above it. Well, this one is on a Bulldog. Every one of those vests, none of them have Hitman wrote on it. This is very, very rare from what I've kind of looked up. Yeah, none of them say Hitman. And this is the one that when it is found on rare occasions, it's found on Brett. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody find one on a Bulldog. So, to me, very rare. We'll find out. Like, I'm not an expert, but yeah, I think it's just such a sick figure. We did Bradshaw just a few minutes ago, this is the best Bradshaw figure. Don't care what anybody says. And this accessory right here that I'm about to show you is always got to be with him. You need the bar stool, but it didn't come with him. It came with Al Snow. But I'm going to show you those Snows here in a little bit. The reason they came with the Al Snows is for the head, the mannequin head. So there you have it. The best Bradshaw figure that they ever made. This is Justin Hawk Bradshaw. Right before the new Godwin, or the new Blackjacks. So this figure poses so perfect, like stepping off of the stool. Yeah, it's perfect. Got the cowboy hat and everything, so, but I need to make some space here. Alright, next. Check this one out. Marvelous Mark Merrow with the TKO red shorts. This one, by far, the best Mark Merrow figure. It may have came with like a sable or something. He's actually got pink boots too. So even the boots are different. Pose him right in front of Bradshaw. Here's a rare Undertaker. Came with the cloak. This works really good for the, I'll use it on the McMahon figure. And then do displays where it's the higher power. But yeah, it's the same Undertaker, the one I showed you yesterday, the one that came out with the like purplish writing for the tattoos. Everything was one like singular color. But yeah, a good Taker. Actually, I think the Taker that came with is the glow-in-the-dark one, but I switched it over, I believe, to this one. I can't remember. It came with a special Taker, but yeah, that's it. We were doing Heart Foundation, so you got to have that guy. Here's a Brian Pillman. So I haven't shown you the back on these, but they came out with figures called Slammers right after the Bone Crunchers. And they have a little button on the back to where you can make them do an action. We're going to go over those in just a second. Next figure, I believe, is the original Al Snow with head. The mannequin head says, "Help me." It probably reads correct because it's wrote backwards. So, the Al Snow figure is rare because I think the brown colored mannequin head may be more rare. I just like it. And I have the blonde on the black and white Job Squad version. So next is, here you go, here's a good one. So you got Mankind with a removable mask. So you don't get the mandible claw like the other one had, but you get this removable mask, so you can do, I guess, what I would have to guess would be babyface Mankind, and you could have him in your Fed. Here's a good one I really liked. The reason this one's I'm so stoked on this one is because this is Val Venus with the towel. So I ended up finding the towel at the very beginning when I started collecting. I found the figure when I first started collecting, and then just recently found the towel to finish the figure up. So that one's a really good one. Now let's do let's do this one. So this may be my favorite Gold Dust figure with the black. Such a good figure. I found it in almost mint condition. So Yeah, with a lot of these that even if they are expensive, when I say rare, I didn't pay a lot for them. Everything I bought was, you know, well, it's from resale shops. I've gotten a lot of new stuff, but most of my collection I has been bought loose, so very cheap. All right, we'll finish up the regular ones, then we'll go to ringsides. Here is a rare Bret Hart figure in all pink with the pink sunglasses. This Bret came in a 2-pack only with Owen, and I believe it's pretty rare nowadays. Last regular figure I have out of these is going to be this one. This is the exclusive WrestleMania 15 Stone Cold Steve Austin figure that you got when you made a big enough purchase from KB Toys, I think. So if you spent enough money at KB Toys, you got yourself a Stone Cold Steve Austin WrestleMania 15. Now we're going to go through these kind of quick. You have Commissioner Shawn Michaels in the brown suit with the WWF microphone. Really good figure. He can speak into it or like that. These are hard figures. They don't do the bone crunching. They're not articulated all that great, but yeah, still really cool to have because now you can do like interviews and stuff. He's not going to make it up on the display. So I'm just going to show you these ringside ones, and then I'll show you them again at the very end. Here's another ringside honky tonk man. And you can really get him to do his honky tonk dance. It's a really sick figure. It's got all the like rhinestones made into it. This honky on the back, like they went all out with it, but again, it's more of like a statue. It's really hard, not articulated. The arms move. I don't even think the head doesn't move. So, and I don't know if the legs, yeah, the legs and the arms move. That's it. Not even at the elbow, just at the shoulders and hips. Here's a rare one. Sergeant Slaughter. He's got his paperwork with him. Got the pointing finger. I believe this may have came with a hat, but I don't have the hat. So I showed you the jackal yesterday. Well, this guy came with the jackal. And is actually in pretty good shape. He's got this little, like, stone or something in between his eyes there, on his forehead. Got the glasses. Yeah. Yeah, Kirk. I showed you. Did I say Jack? This is the jackal. He was the manager of Kurgan. Yeah, I got that backwards. This one I need to get a better version, but there's Vince. The original Vince McMahon. First time you ever got Vince. Sick figure. Looks just like old WWF Vince. Raw is war on his back. Just such a sick figure. Except for I got one without a microphone. The mic broke out of it. So it's just a empty hole or a spot where it should be at. So need to get a better one. This is the black-haired version. I think there's maybe a black and a gray, but and last for the ring sides is right here. So if you're gonna run a show, you gotta have a cameraman, right? So from the ring side, I believe this is a box set. You got a cameraman with camera. Recently got the camera, didn't have it. So I think it came with like some real cool luggage boxes and all kinds of stuff for backstage. Now what I'm going to show you is, I'm going to see if I can make a little room here so that I can do this and display them to show you. Oh no. Okay. We're about to make the biggest mess. Yep, there it goes. We're just gonna have to deal with it. I get Taker to pose sideways. Bradshaw's about to fall off. Alright. Jeez, look at this. This is chaos. It just looks so bad. Oh no. Yeah, well. I don't know if this is going to get any better. Should just move him back down here. Make some space. Before I cause too much chaos. And wreck it. Okay. Let's move a few of these. Make a little bit of room. I'll pick all that stuff up later. Here we go. These are the very last bone crunchers that ever came out. So somewhere here, if you look, oh, it's way over here. So I can show you anything. So right here, I have a rock figure. See that? And on the figure, it says last of the bone crunching action. It's a signature series. It's got his, so that's one thing we're going to go over, is signature series. They come with a signature. There's another one there. But this wasn't the last of them. So what they ended up doing, they came out with Titantrons, which is what this display actually is a Titantron. And then they went, while they were doing Titantrons, and did a few more bone crunchers. And here is 5 of those. Here's a Chris Benoit figure in black and silver. It says Wolverine on one side. It's got the like Wolverine skeleton on the other side. Now, I want you to notice how much taller they now are. Quite a bit. They kind of dwarf these. So it's like they wanted you to pretend like these went with your bone crunchers, but they're so much taller. And why were they so different? These are very different. So right here, you got a Jericho. This Jericho is so sick. With the yellow, the silver, and black. Probably might be my favorite Jakks Jericho figure. It's so good. Here's another Jericho. Definitely not my favorite. This one says Jericho on the tights. This is long hair Jericho. It says Jericho on both sides. 2 different face skins. So this one's the closed mouth, almost like a smile. And then this one is the like yelling face. So we got another Benoit. This Benoit may be the best. Same gear as the other Benoit, except for red. And then we got this one. Hunter Hearst Helmsley with the taped fist. Yeah, it's just got the Triple H logo on the tights, nothing on the back. So let me show you something. So bone crunchers, like we discussed, they make the noise at the leg. So, but these do something else. None of the other bone crunchers did this. Check this out. Oh, my bad. They have bone crunching necks. So, unreal, I accidentally did that on one of them and was like, whoa. So, the very last bone crunchers had bone crunching necks. Is that not crazy? And were quite a bit taller than your normal bone crunchers. Alright, I tell you what, I'm going to have to, we did so much on, I'm going to hold off. I have signature series right here for you guys. Actually, I'm going to show you. This is what we're going to be discussing next time. In the next video, we have Signature Series right here. From Edge, Jacqueline, you got X-Pac, Edge, a really old Triple H, Boss Man, a Taker, 2 different Stone Colds. One of them's very rare. One of them I actually opened maybe on the channel. All those are Signature Series. They put the signatures in some weird spots we'll discuss. Some are better than others. Some aren't even bone crunchers, so that's even weird. And then we're also, in the next one, going to discuss these, which are slammers. What makes a slammer a slammer? Why is it different than a bone cruncher? Well, there's a very specific reason. They have bone crunching arms. All the stuff is like legit, isn't it? So I'm going to show you why these are different than those. These all had their own action. And there's also a weird, maybe rare, Signature Series Slammer. I didn't even know that was a thing. But apparently there was Signature Series Slammers. There can't be that many of them because that's the only one I've ever seen. And yeah, we have bread, all kinds of different ones. So yeah. If you enjoy any of the stuff we did here, hit the subscribe button. We will be kicking videos out on the regular now. Like I said, we got Elites to open up. The Ringmaster. We have 4. We have the entire Series 14 from the Walmart exclusive Superstars. They have some sick ones in this series. So remember I said I opened that Stone Cold? There's the card from it, actually. So the box is some of my favorite things about these. Yeah. So I actually own, they show the Signature Series for Series 3. Or, I don't know what series. Series 5. I think I have all of them except for the Triple H. And then down below it you have Bone Cruncher Superstars Series 7. And then you're fully loaded, which, yeah, super sick. That's when you, in the fully loaded is where you got the double-sleeved cane. That's where you got the Al Snow that I showed you with the brown mannequin head. I showed you that trip. I think I showed you all the other ones. So, yeah, and then below that you got your, here's something that's very rare. The Bangers. So they were like a character head on a Beanie Baby body. And who would I be if I didn't have one to show you? I can't be rare wrestling stuff without showing you rare wrestling stuff. So I have all the weird stuff. All of it. Yeah, check it out. Pretty sick, huh? But, I mean, if that is sick or weird, this may be the weirdest. What is that? No. Does that say RM for Rocky Maivia? But it says the Rho CK on the back. Big gap in between the O and the C. It's a coin purse. Keychain. The weirder, the more I think I like it. I have a Sting Beanie Baby. We have Mankind and The Rock actual Beanie Babies still in box with WWF stuff. So subscribe or don't. I mean, if you don't, you don't see. I'm gonna have to open so much of this stuff eventually. It's just getting out of hand. I'm running out of space. I don't have any room left. This room is closed in on itself. Appreciate you giving me the time. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.